What is up, guys? My name is Andrew and welcome back to Space Engineers Let's Play episode number 6. We're still on Mars, and last episode we built this behemoth of a thing, although we didn't actually fill in any of the blocks really, so it needs a little bit of work. But one thing that was brought to my attention as I was building this is that we need a better system for building things. If we're not going to be using our jetpack with the bottles and everything, we need a ship dedicated to building. Something like a welder, something kind of like what we had before, but ideally this welder would also be able to refill our hydrogen just in case we needed to use it. That way I could get around my no bottle rule and I could still have hydrogen to fly around. So this episode we're going to try to do that. We're going to make ourselves a little welding ship that'll help us hopefully weld this thing up and build the other ones. Because remember, I want to have like 5 or 6 of these things scattered about. Now I did have this whole elaborate plan that someone posted in the comments. They were saying I should use Izzy's sun tracking script or solar alignment script, and I should put the rotor on the bottom of this thing right here so that the windmill would be able to follow the sun and it would look like the windmills were all moving. Unfortunately, I mean, I could do that, but unfortunately it's looking like these windmills up here don't work if they're on a rotor. Who knew? I didn't know that. I think everything else works when it's on a rotor, but I did a little test and it didn't work. It wasn't, yeah, it was not having it. So yeah, today we're going to build that welder. We're also going to see if we can build ourselves a miner, because it's about time that we have a nice miner that's a little bit better than the Antmobile. Sorry, Antmobile, you just don't really cut it when it comes to mining and hauling heavy materials around. But after we build that, we're also going to see if we can pressurize our base in this episode, and that's what you have to look forward to. So let's get over to it. Okay, eventually I want to build ships on this thing, this little pad. It's really good for building small ships. Unfortunately, it's not hooked up yet. And also we're going to need a hydrogen fill up, or something to fill us up so that we can fly around the ship. So I'd rather make it kind of in our base and then just fly it out through the hole that's over there by Big Red. So I think that's what we're going to do. We can keep these open. Nothing's pressurized in here yet. And then we can keep this open too, actually. So we don't have to keep on... See, it's super annoying to try and jump through. So yeah, open. We're just going to keep it open. It's fine. It's not really doing much, is it? Okay, let's go down. Oh, my light's off. Let's turn that baby on. So I think if we just build it right here, we'll be fine. Right there, actually. This is a perfect area. And then we could fly it out through that hole up there that goes all the way back to Big Red. So let's start with our first piece, which is this one right here. The number 9. There we go. That one's placed. Do we have stuff? We have stuff. What do we have? Oh, we have a bunch of stuff. Okay, that's fine. That's all good. That must have been when we were trying to build the rotor and stuff on top of the windmill. Okay, so this is going to be, let's start with the welder. I think that's going to be the most important one. So the welder has a couple of characteristics that I want it to have. First of all, it's going to have, I think 2 welders is a good number on the front. So we'll put our cockpit first, and then on the sides we'll do, I want the welders to be in the front. Now I have made welders before in this series, but they were kind of light duty welders. They weren't really heavy duty. But this one is going, I'm going to want it to be able to hold more stuff than the other one. So we're going to throw this right here. Okay, hang on. If I build you up, what do you have? I need a display. I want to build that up because I want to see what the connectors are to it. I always forget. But I'd like to see what connectors it has available in the back right here. It's got the small connectors. Okay, so what we're going to want to do then is we're going to want to stick our, since that actually aligns perfectly with the oxygen generator, which I don't know if we have one here, but let's find one. Oxygen, no, O2, sorry. I don't know why this one's called O2, the other one's called oxygen. It changes things. It makes it weird. But yeah, you see how this one right here aligns perfectly with that. They have the same connectors. We're going to use that, turn that around, and boom, that's now connected. Now, we're going to want to have some sort of container as well, so what is number 4? No, I want a medium one, not a large one. Even though the large one is way, well, actually, do we want to use the large one? I don't know if we want to use the large one. I feel like the large one's way too large, and we'll just never really run out of space with the medium one. Although that said, I remember we did run out of space on something when we're planning for the Mars trip. So maybe we go for a large one. Maybe we splurge, since this one's definitely going to have more power than my usual ones. Okay, you know what? We used the large one. So we're going to have a connector facing this right here to put ice in there if we need it. We're going to have an arm coming out this way. That's going to be a welder. And we're going to have an arm coming out this way. That's also going to be a welder. Unfortunately, it means we won't be able to have a very good connector in the back unless we do some tricky stuff. And wait, what if we... No, that wouldn't work either. I'm trying to figure out ways around so we can have a connection here, a connection here, a connection there, and a connection there. Now, we could use some, like a connector piece right here, and then a thing. That might be what we do. Connector, then medium. Yeah, that could work. Because then we'd be able to have our connector on the back. Yeah, I like that, actually. Okay, so we're going to have one of these things, a conveyor junction, which is kind of like an all-way thing. So it's all-way except for the bottom and top. But we're going to have one of those right here. Conveyor junction. Awesome. Then we're going to have a medium container. Number 4. We're going to face it that way. We're going to have a connector on the back right here. So face it this way. Then we're going to have on this side, which is the 4-way thing, we're going to have an arm coming out this way. Yeah, that way right there. And it's going to go... No, yeah, that's good. That's actually good. And then we're going to have an arm coming out this way as well. And then finally, we're going to have our 2 arms on things. So arm 1 and arm 2. Awesome. That should be good for the arms. I wonder if I should make them a little more forward. No, I think it's going to be fine. So we have that. Okay. We're going to need to figure out where we want to put thrusters. I'm thinking a lot of downward thrusters because we're going to want to hold things, hold everything up, obviously. We have a large gravity on Mars, but also a lot of forward thrusters because we're going to want to be able to kind of aim down without the thing flipping out and going crazy. So yeah, let's take these. Should we use small ones or should we use a large one? I guess we could use a large one, but then it's not as nimble. Let's do... Okay, a large one. Single large one. We don't need 2 large ones because it's not a miner. It's not going to hold like infinite amounts of materials. So 1 large thrust downward. We're going to have multiple small thrust forward, like a bunch of them. Can I put them on top of this? Okay, that should be all the thrusters done. We have 3 pointing to each side, 3 pointing in the front, 3 pointing in the back, and then 2 large ones pointing down. I decided to go with the 2. I don't know why, but whatever. It's fine. We're going to add a gyroscope to this thing. Maybe 2 gyros? I actually don't know if we want to add 2 gyros or 1 gyro. Oh, you know what I forgot is batteries. Can I add a battery to the top? Yes, I can, actually. I might just add a battery to each side right here. 1 right there and 1 right there, so this thing has a lot of battery power. That'd be nice to have a lot of power storage running around. And then the gyros, yeah, we put them right here. So a gyro on each side, and then maybe a beacon for the naming. All right, now it's time to weld it all up. This is the fun part that I'll let you guys skip because it takes forever. All right, she's done. I hereby dub this ship the Clay Maker, based off of a Patreon name, Clay Brown. Like I said, I like to change the names a little bit to make them sound more like the ship. So instead of saying the Clay Brown, we call it the Clay Maker. Alright, before we head off with the Clay Maker, we're just going to add a couple of materials to it. Just some stuff that I would rather not carry on my journeys. So we don't really have very many steel plates, so we're going to have to ramp up production of that. But we can at least grab a couple of the other things that we might require at some point. Like lots of engines, or rather motors, or whatever they're called. Lots of small steel tubes. Again, construction components we can't really grab yet because there aren't really very many made, but we can at least grab a bunch of other stuff. And then we'll be able to head off with this thing. This is really going to help me in building anything. It's going to make it so I don't have to come back to base as often when we're out trying to build something. And it should make the viewing experience a whole lot better. Oh god. It's out of space already. Oh, because I need to put it to the medium cargo container. That's why. Okay, yeah, is there anything else we want to grab from here that we might need? I'm hesitant on grabbing more computers, but I guess we'll grab them, because why not? Well, no, we won't grab them. We'll leave a couple of them at base. Let's grab some of those, and that should be everything that we need to grab. Maybe girders as well, so let's throw these in here, and then we'll come back for the girders. Okay, I think we're all set to go. Let's make sure this thing flies properly real quick. So we'll press P to Oh, what just happened? Something broke already? Oh, we broke this. Okay, that's because we just ran it over, and we probably just hit it with our thrusters at full blast, and it destroyed it because it wasn't all armored up yet. That's okay. Don't worry. We'll fix that eventually. Gyros are working fine. Let me go into K real quick and turn off the landing gears because I know they're going to do what I think they're going to do. We'll call these gears, and we're going to turn off auto lock, and we're going to set a button for them. So that would be G groups, and we'll set gears right here to switch lock. Okay, I think we're just about ready to go. It's kind of slow on going forward, same with going back, but it goes up pretty fast. We don't have any downward facing thrusters, so this thing obviously wouldn't work if it's upside down. But let's head this way. We have some power. We don't have infinite power, but what we're going to do is eventually we're going to fix up the little base that's up top, and we'll be able to get power from that really easily without having to go anywhere. Okay, Antmobile, what's up? I wanted to stop by you real quick so I could grab a little bit of ice. Because you should have quite a bit, actually, on you. Yeah, you have a lot of ice, so we're just going to grab... We don't need that much for this ship. Since it's not using it for power, it's only really using it to give me stuff. So let's just throw it directly into the O2 generator. And the O2 generator should be... Yeah, use a little bit of it. Okay, so when I hop in here now, look at my hydrogen. When I hop in here, hydrogen should go back up. Bam! That makes it so much easier. That makes life so much easier in general. But we gotta watch out because there's actually stuff on top of the clay maker that we don't want to smash into the ceiling. That would not be good. Oh, this thing doesn't have any lights either. That's probably something we should have. Oh well, it's fine. Okay, here's the third-person view of the clay maker. She is a beefy flight thing. That is, wow. That's a lot beefier than the original one we had. Where are we going? This way? Is this... What antenna is this? Okay, that's where we want to go anyway. It's fine. We see the Olympic torch in the in the distance. Yeah, this thing should be able to weld it pretty fast. Although it might have some trouble with the rotor part. But yeah, this is good. Okay, let's go for a test run on these blocks right here. We're going to try and build them up. So build these up. Let's see if we can do it. Okay, I can do it. We have to get a little close. But yeah, I can definitely do it. And keep going through. This is a little closer than... Wait, are we out of... We might already be out of stuff. Yeah, we're already out of steel plates. That's a bummer. But, actually, you know what? Let me grab some more steel plates real quick from here. Just gonna break that. Now, I was told that if you do Shift-G, you can actually place blocks and stuff outside... What? Shift-G? That's what... Yeah, people said Shift-G. You can place blocks. All blocks. That's the same thing as G. Is that maybe Control G? No, that's not option. Oh, wait, hang on. All blocks. You. Number 1. Can I? Oh my god, that's actually helpful. Wow, that is actually really helpful. So I could put one right there as well. Yeah, okay, then I could go through, if I do this again, I could go through and I could weld them up. Yeah, okay. That's good. I think I need some more forward-facing thrusters though, because this thing's having a hard time coming or landing back. So there, let me put a couple of these things. These will eventually get built. Not quite yet though. But yeah. Alright, I'm glad we have this thing. This is going to help out a lot. But let's get to our second ship. Okay, a mining ship. I've built these 100 times, so I'm not too worried about design. Although, one could argue the Antmobile that we built recently could have been a bit better. Let's get a couple more of these. Yeah. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to build this like we built the old ones. Oops, that's not the right block. We're going to build this like we did the old ones. A very simple kind of heavy design that will basically be able to mine really well. So yeah, start with the cockpit. Move on to... Actually, here, let's change this up a little bit. Okay, cockpit first, then we're going to go with a large cargo container. Make sure we have a big entrance on the front and the back, like that. So we have one... Oops, we need interior plates for this one. Luckily, we have a lot of them. Lots of interior plates. Okay, so we have large cargo container right here, like so. We'll have another large... do we want to go 2 large cargo containers? That might be too big, actually. What if instead of this, what if we do then a medium cargo container? So large to medium. And then we'll be able to have the thrusters on the back. So let me make sure that's the... Oops. Yeah, okay, so that is going the right way. Let's turn that over a little bit. There we go. I like that. Now let's do the connector on the back. That's going to connect to our base. We're just doing standard connector again like we had done before. Like we did a long time ago, rather. Instead of doing the one that's facing down. I don't really like that style as it's facing down. I don't know. Okay, so we'll put one of those right there. We're going to have 2 facing down, just to give us the enough power that we're going to need. We'll do 1 facing forward. Now, I don't think that'll damage anything, because I think it'll go right above the cargo container, but we'll monitor that to make sure that is the case. And if it is not, then we'll change things up. Okay, so we're going to have a couple of these facing back. Those are going to allow us to go forward. And then we'll have some facing left and right. So probably Where can I stick this? I could stick it right there. That's kind of an awkward place, though. If I could stick it... Oh, yeah, maybe under here would be good. I hope that doesn't damage that, though. Would it? I don't know. That's the problem. We could definitely stick one right here, though. One right there, and then maybe one flip the other way. And then those would be our left and right thrusters. Or we could stick them back here even, actually. That'd be perfect. So 1, 2, let's do 3 on each side just for stability. It's kind of important to have those. Oh, you know, we also need batteries. No, let's put batteries back here. I forgot. I always forget about batteries now for some reason. No, they're super important. Batteries. And we're not going to try anything special. That's why the Antmobile turned out so bad, I think, is because we tried using the hydrogen thrusters, which aren't exactly amazing. Although that's my opinion. Maybe you like them better than I do. Okay, yeah, so now we have room to stick 2 of these this way. 2 going that way, and then 2 going the other way. Now, I'd like to put another battery in here somewhere, because I think we'll need it. So maybe on the side right here, we'll have a battery on this side and a battery on the other side. That might work. Yeah, one right here. I think we can fit one right there. Yeah, one right there, and then one on the other side as well. Same place. Toward the top. Okay, that's looking pretty good, I've got to say. Let's stick a gyro on each battery, and then we'll stick a emergency gyro, if you will, kind of in the back right here. Just one that will, you know, it won't really be used, but it could. Okay, and we need an ore detector as well. It's actually a really good spot to stick it right here. So we'll stick an ore detector right there. Or let's put that in. I don't know. Maybe we already have it in one of these. Yeah, we actually have it in a slot already. We'll stick the ore detector right there, and then we'll stick the... actually, you know what? Let's stick the ore detector like this. And then we can stick the beacon, which we're going to use another Patreon name. 2 Patreon names, 1 episode. Look at that. Just stick that right there. Okay, that's most of the skeleton. Let's weld this all up, and then we'll worry about the drills themselves. Alright, the mining ship is finally done. I have dubbed it Hazard. That's it. Based off Patreon, John W, aka Hazard. I like the name, Hazard. Because it hazards the rocks and stuff with its things. But yeah, so I paid a lot of attention to design with this ship. It's functional, so it's got the drills in the right spots. We might need a 5th one rather up here maybe, just so that the rock doesn't kind of come over this way. But I think it'll be fine. But yeah, I paid attention to a lot of design in the kind of the structure of the thing. And the reason I did that is because if one piece falls out, for instance, this large cargo container, if we didn't have any of this structure and that large cargo container fell out or broke because I crashed it, then everything would come apart and that's the whole ship gone. But with a structure like this or a shell, if we lose that piece right there, we only lose that piece. We can still rely on the whole ship. We just don't have that certain piece. Let me go grab more fuel before I run out. And we're going to do the maiden voyage of this ship back up to the mainland, of course. I think probably next episode we're going to do a lot of work on that miniature station to try and get it functional. So be prepared for that. Now, it's going to be a little weird, of course, because I'm not used to the dimensions of this thing quite yet. So I've got to be kind of careful, I say, as I speed ahead towards the end. Ah! We hit something on the side. So that's why that shell was there, because I bet you we probably just damaged the shell instead of damaging an actual component. I didn't hear any explosions, which is always a good sign. Okay, let's get a little bit lower. Oh, it looks like it's nighttime. Nope, it's daytime. Light in this game's weird. Let's make this hole maybe a little bit bigger as we come out. Okay, let's see what we broke. No, oh yeah, we actually see the shell right there at the top is what got damaged. Nothing else, no functional components actually got damaged, so we're all good. Hi, Big Red, how's it going? Okay, let's fly back over here. Let's fly towards where the action is happening. In fact, we'll put it right next to its new friend, the clay maker, which is going to be right over here. This is good. This is finally our functional ships that we'll be able to do a lot with. This one will help us mine for materials and should be able to carry quite a bit, by the way. While this one right here will help us build cool things like that. So let's land this baby right here. Oh, this one doesn't have any landing gears. That might be a problem. Oh, well, it's not terrible. We'll just turn it off and it'll be fine. Okay, with that done, there's one last thing that I want to do in this episode to make it complete. What I want to do is I want to pressurize our first room, and that's going to be this room right here. This is the easiest one because it's already got all the oxygen. So we're going to try and pressurize this thing. We're going to have to do a little bit of mining to mine out that backside right there, and we're going to have to do a little bit of block placing to make it kind of an interior and completely pressurized. But let's get going. Actually, you know what? I think what we're going to start with is getting these blocks filled in. We're going to need a lot, and I mean a lot, of steel plates. So let's go ahead and start production on, like, I don't know, 3,000-4,000 steel plates, and we'll use all of these ones right here to try and get everything filled out. Actually, we're gonna let's do the doors first. Those are the things that require other stuff as well. So doors are going to require construction components, displays, and bulletproof glass. We have all of these things, starting with the construction components right here. We have displays right here, and we have bulletproof glass right there. That'll be our doors done, probably. Yep, so there's one door, and there's the other. Awesome. Now we can put pretty much everything back except for the steel plates, and we can just run around welding everything. Now, the welder currently is sitting idle up top, and I don't want to go and grab it because we don't have enough steel plates to actually make it useful. We can just do a lot better of a job being more nimble with just our person. So that's what we'll do for now. But on bigger tasks, such as building really high up or anything like that, that'll require a jetpack, we will, of course, use the welder for that. Okay, this is pretty good. Let's make sure we weld all these blocks. Some of these are going to be hard to weld just because they're annoying. But you can see we're already running out of the 600 steel plates that we had a second ago. It's good. Like, it's good that we'll finally have a pressurized room, because that's really the main goal, isn't it? To have a pressurized system. Let's put some more blocks on here. The big ones, there we go. We'll just kind of go along the side and place these. I'm able to place that because I'm in the way, but that's okay. Okay, so place that one. How high do we want to make this, by the way? This is probably a good height. We don't really want it too high, so let's do something like this. This will kind of curve in and lead to the roof. And it has an added bonus that these blocks use less steel plates than the main gigantic blocks. So it'll be good. Okay, put that one there, and then we'll have our roof coming in with normal blocks. Oops, that's not normal. With normal blocks, there we go. That's a little trick I do when I don't want to like scroll through everything. If I have a half block right here, just press the button twice, and it'll come back to the first block. It's a little thing I like to do to save time, mostly. I might want to... No, it'll be fine. I was going to say I might want to hold off on putting these blocks in here because we have to mine, but I think, yeah, I think it'll be okay. Since we only really have to mine this back wall. And although it might be a bit of a pain to get in there, the Minimobile is quite small. It's quite nimble. So it should be fine. Let's grab a little more hydrogen. That is another plus of working on this room instead of working on all the other rooms first, is that we can just grab hydrogen whenever we need it. Okay, this ship right here should have quite a bit of power in it. So it's on, right? No, it's on recharge mode. Turn it off, recharge mode, disconnect. Oh, nope, that's the wrong button. Okay, I think we're good. What I did was I turned it off recharge mode and then turned it off. So it caused problems. Okay, I think we're just gonna go in the back right here. And start by mining this stuff right here. Okay, I don't know how big we want this room to be, but I'll probably double the size of this room currently. And then we'll leave it as that. Because it's going to be a kind of a big room, because it's going to have to store, I think we're going to want to store hydrogen in here. We're probably also going to want a couple more oxygen tanks. Okay, I think we're good with this thing, so let's park it right here. We might need it again, I don't know. We'll park it though, make sure it doesn't run out of power like it did that one time, and head back over here. So we made the room a lot bigger. We haven't actually added any blocks yet, but we can add some here. And I want to make the room, let's put the wall right here. So this right here will be the wall layer. We'll just kind of come this way until it meets up with this. So this is also going to be a wall layer right here. So that will be the room. Let's grab some of this. Oh, offline. I think we ran out of power. That's bad. Wait, no, you have power. Are you in recharge mode? You're in auto mode. You have stored power. You guys probably don't have stored power. No, you guys also have stored power. What did I do? I did something and I turned off... Oh, I turned off the base. That's what I did. Oh my god. So I'm pretty sure this is a glitch that was introduced with the latest update, is that you can actually turn off the base from your ship. So if you have a ship that's parked in there and you press Y, sometimes it'll turn off the whole base and your ship. I was actually playing with a friend a couple days ago, and we managed to do this. He did it a couple times before it actually royally screwed up the world. Like, it made it so that there was no gravity in the world. It completely screwed it up, so hopefully that doesn't happen here. We need to find a way to turn the base back on, and I think the best way to do that is going to be with a chair. So let's make a seat, I guess they're called, actually. I think we need that many displays. There we go. Sit in here, and there we go. The base should be back on. It's kind of a pain in the butt that that happens, but it's just something you have to remember happens every once in a while, and don't do it. Okay, so the base is back off. Maybe one day I'll try to figure out how we did that glitch so that we can see if we can ruin all the gravity. It was so weird because we had gravity, but like everything else didn't. So I don't know. Let's put a. I want to put a window here, right here, a window. It'll be a not terribly big window. Maybe, yeah, maybe a terribly big window. That's fine. A 2x3 I think would be a nice window. Oops, don't want that block there. Let's do the same thing we did before with these. Saves on block usage. And actually this is going to be the wall as well. So let's break this one up and make it instead a smaller piece. This one. Alright, just putting the last few blocks on the roof, and then we'll have a completely filled in room. Now I'm pretty sure you can't pressurize it unless all the blocks are actually welded, which would make sense because otherwise they have gigantic holes in them. So we're gonna have to weld all these. And I hope we have enough steel plates. Alright, the room is now completely sealed, even with the window. It's completely sealed other than the fact that we don't have all these blocks welded. So let's get to it. Starting with the floor, 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 moving to the wall. Back to the floor. We need steel plates. Doing some of the outer side. Gotta get some of these easy blocks. I like these ones because they only take up a few steel plates. They take up 13, other than the 25 the other blocks take up. Welding away. I don't know what to weld, I'll weld it anyway. Slowly running out of steel plates. I'll mine some iron. I'll be welding all day, today and tomorrow. Welding blocks. Weld, 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 welding blocks. I'll weld that. In a day, are we out of ice? Crap, we're out of ice. That's bad. Oh, you know what? I bet you it turned on our hydrogen thing again. Man. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to bee-hop our way to the Antmobile. It's not that far. Oh, we lost a little health. That's fine. Let's get some more speed going here. And... hello, Antmobile. Okay, so the good thing about the Antmobile is if I hop inside it, I'm going to turn off this thing, the hydrogen engine. You turn off, then I'm going to go inside the inventory and give some of this ice to the H2/O2 generator. That's going to give me some hydrogen. Then we're going to grab an inventory full of ice. Yeah, that's fine. And we're going to bring it all the way back. Now we're going to have to turn off the hydrogen engine again, because I'm pretty sure that's where all of our ice went. Is the hydrogen engine turned on when we turned the base back on? As a result, it mulched all of our ice. Hydrogen engine, turn off, please. Thank you. You, take some ice. Now give to Andrew. Thank you. Alright, that wasn't so hard. You know what? Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to put a vent on this thing, and I'm going to see if we can pressurize this thing without actually filling in all the blocks. Because it's possible. I just don't know. I don't think it works like this. Aha! The window is made. Okay. We're almost there. Almost. We just keep running out of steel plates. But we've almost got the whole thing completely enclosed. Although I think we're going to need to get those somehow. I don't know how we're going to get to those. But, yeah. We just need probably 1,000 more steel plates and we got it. Maybe 1,500. One way or another, I'm gonna weld you. And you will be a complete block with armor. One way or another. You're gonna get welded. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, now we have 2 more. Wait, there were 20 up there. Okay, we have 2 more, which are right there, which are going to be hard to weld. I might even have to remove this thing, or I can just do this. Maybe the easier way. Okay, put those back. Whoa, that's... You know, I could have actually used small blocks for the roof, and that would have saved me a lot of steel plates. Okay, are we golden? We are not. Something, somewhere. There's a leak. I see it. Oh, shoot, that's a big leak. Well, let's break these. We don't need them quite yet. Oh, yeah, that's a lot of blocks. Okay, that's okay. We'll get them. Okay, are we good? Yes! It's pressurizing. Take off our helmet. Okay, we're dying. But it's all good. See, we're dying so slowly that we can actually just grab stuff right there. And we'll be fine. And oxygen high. We can now breathe in this room. That's awesome. We now have our first room fully fully pressurized. It's the first of many. The next room I think we're going to pressurize is probably going to be the one beyond this, since this one I don't know if I want 2 layers or 1 layer. So we'll probably do the assembling room next time, and then we'll see if we can do this one as well. But answer this in the comments. Would you guys like me to play full-time with my helmet off from now on, since we have our first room welded? Or our first room pressurized, sorry. Since we have our first room pressurized, would you like me to only use helmet off? And the reason I would do that is to mimic the short amount of time we'd have to go from room to room. You know, we'd only have like a few seconds to get to this room for air and then to get to that room for air. So would you guys like to see that type of thing or not? I hope this is still pressurized. It's not. Oh no. So it depressurizes whenever I open that door. That's weird. Okay, well that's where we're going to end this episode, episode number 6. We did quite a bit in this one. We built 2 ships and we pressurized a full room. I wanted to do a little bit more than we usually do because the episodes before we were only really doing like 1 thing or 1 or 2 things. I'd like to keep it more kind of objective based so that we can do more stuff in a smaller amount of time. So yeah, next episode we're probably going to try and pressurize another one of these rooms. We'll also do a mining expedition to try and find some iron, and we'll see if we can finish up one of those windmills. So I look forward to that. But anyways, if you guys like the episode, please hit the like button, put your comments and your suggestions down in the comments section below, and I will see you guys in the next episode of Space Engineers.